Hello and welcome back to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to do a layout share of 7 layouts I've made using the Maggie Holmes Garden Party collection. I have literally just got the paper pad, that's all I bought, so everything done on these spreads is literally just with the 48 sheet paper pad, so I hope you will enjoy this. So this first layout, I've used this ledger paper background and I've fussy cut out these pink florals from, there was just a page of just these, and then these are from the cut apart sheet, and I've just kind of laid everything diagonally with my photos and just kind of journaled on some of the tags tucked in, and then just filled in the diagonal with paint splatters. I've done like this kind of tealy colour and a white, and then I've used some Dovecraft, they're like Nouveau drops but cheaper, like rosy ones, and I really like how this turned out. I think on the notepad paper it looks so cool to have all like the paint splatters and the messy. So this was all done using the Garden Party collection, and then this is just a Tombow pen in a tealy colour, and I've just used a white jelly roll on it because I really think that brings it out, and I've just done that on white paper and cut it out, and that's the only thing that I've used that isn't really, but it's still kind of in the paint obviously. But yeah, so that's the first layout. So this second layout uses the Garden Party collection, as well as this cut apart is from the Jen Hatfield Hey Hello collection. So everything else again is from the Garden Party collection. So I've just got these tags and I've just kind of laid them behind each other. And I think I actually tied the twine, I lined up the holes so that it looked good, and then tied the twine around both of them. I mean the embroidery thread. Then I've got this kind of house paper in the background because we were at this cute little house having tea, cream tea, that's the one. So once again, just using the cut apart sheet, and you know, the paper's quite busy, so I feel like it's a lot easier to embellish when there's stuff like that. And because this just kind of is a nice saying, I feel like it's, you know, Happy Days is kind of like a title piece, and then that's kind of just like a little quote almost, and then I've just got a little bit of journaling there, and then obviously the cut aparts, and then once again I've got those Dovecraft drops on there, and and the background does have some white splatters, but you can't really see, and I don't know if it really needs it. This one has quite a few more bits on it. So the background paper is from the Garden Party collection. It's this lovely dark florally paper, and then also this cut apart and the Wild and Free is from a Studio Calico digital kit. I can't remember exactly which one. And so is this wood grainy one, and then this background paper is from the Violet Studio Baby Boy 6x6 paper pad, and then I've just stamped on it using some different stamps in my collection. And I've also just these one of a kind beautiful precious moments, Our Live Memories, are all just things that I have printed out and cut. This label sticker is in England. I order stuff from Hey Little Magpie, and they do like a freebie when you order something, and I've just printed that out and used it again down here. And I've kind of put some glitter, I think you can see it down there, drops around, and then also these little butterfly sequins that I got off AliExpress. This was a 3x4 journaling card from the Studio Calico kit, and I've just cut out that top bit and stuck it on a different one because it was just white, and I thought that was a bit plain boring, and the wood grain really helped. And I first cut out the Wild and Free because I thought it was such a good sentiment for this layout, because we're on a walk and we're at the top of a massive hill, we started down here and now we're up here, and so I thought it was good, so I cut it out, and then I thought that wood grain was perfect to back it on. Then this is obviously another one, and these two cards are from a Studio Calico kit. I'm really sorry that I don't know what the names are. I will put in the description the 3 that I've got, because it would have come from one of those. So I've just used this gorgeous flower paper, and then I've sprayed loads of gold mist on it just to kind of like dirty it out, because it's a really nice pattern but they are quite spaced out, so I think it looks a bit better with stuff like filling in all of those gaps. Then I've got a 6x4 photo, a 3x4, and I've kind of gone for the grid with kind of like 3x2s, but having this one actually on the paper. So it's kind of like a grid, but I've kind of turned it like that, so it's like falling off the page, with this being still central. And then I've just got some journaling strips. These letter stickers are from Hobbycraft. They're just the own brand ones and I really love them. And I've just used this, actually was on a semicolon, I've just used it as an apostrophe. And yeah, and then I've got gold Nouveau drops on it, and it's a really simple layout. And then this, behind this picture, I've got this pink polka dot paper that I've literally just found on Google and printed out. Like, it's just a pattern and it's on really thin paper, but I just, for backing things like that behind photos, I don't need to use particularly good card or, you know, particularly nice patterns. I just want it for a bit of colour, and having a bit of something on there makes it look a bit more interesting. So I really like how this one turned out. Very simple, extremely quick, and you know, these layouts are so different and they're using mainly the same collection. Then again, another extremely different layout. So I think this was one of the first ones I did. So using this gorgeous bird paper, which I really didn't think I'd be able to use, and then it was one of the first ones I actually used, so I was actually really shocked with that. So these are more photos from another walk that we took 2-3 years ago, like it's a different time. So I thought it'd be good to, like, these next couple I think are a bit older photos, just so that, you know, the collection isn't at one point in my album. So again, I have fussy cut out these flowers. There was just a page with these. You can see there it kind of like cuts off because that was the edge of a paper, but you can't really tell. It doesn't look too bad unless you point it out. This die cut is from a Rosie Studio collection. Again, I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I thought it just worked as a really good title. And then again, all of these cut apart bits, and then just putting my journaling in, kind of, there were these 2 gaps and I didn't want to put more like stuff in there, so I just journaled. And then even down here, like, I didn't really need to write anymore, but I was just doing it so that it kind of filled my cluster. And then once again, I have got some gold splatters, which is just, I buy gold acrylic paint from Hobbycraft and I mix it in water in a little spray tube I got in Hobbycraft, and then I kind of use the long nozzly bit, I like unscrew it and use that to splatter. This one I use like the misty feature because it gives a lot more, but when I just want a bit less I just use like the long tube bit to splat. And then gold Nouveau drops. Another birthday, I thought it was quite fun. This is Chloe's 17th birthday and the other layout was her 21st. So I really like this page with all of the cakes on it, and I thought it had to be used for a birthday, and I thought that this picture with the sunset with the gorgeous yellow and pink sky went so well with all these yellow and pinky tones. Obviously the grass, like, it kind of reminded me of like a sunset picture. I thought the colours worked so well. So I have used this with a Rosie Studio collection. Again, I can't remember which one. I think it might be the Mojito one. I will have a look. I don't think it is. I can't remember which collection it is. I will put it in the description. But yeah, I've got these little cut aparts of the flowers, and then these are from the Rosie Studio, the Celebrates from there, and then obviously the tags from the cut apart. Put some green embroidery thread in both of the tags, so I quite like how this one worked. As you can see, I have my go-to like designs. If I have 2 6x4 vertical photos, I kind of put them together, so I was trying to be a bit different here, so I kind of pulled them apart and put tags to like fill in. If I have a cluster, I feel like it needs to be like complete, and you can see that I tend to really diagonal this way. But yeah, so I really like this little ombre card and all the flowers again, gold mist and Nouveau drops. and that is everything. These are quite simple layouts when you just break it down to, I've literally got a pattern paper, I've put my photos on, I've stuck some custard parts, some die cuts on, and I've splattered a Nuvo drop. That seems to be what I've been doing with this collection, but I'm really enjoying all of the layouts that I've been creating. And then another one where I've used my Tombos to do the title, and so it was just this black and white floral paper, and I have really gone ham with the spray before I used the paper. And it really felt like I was doing all the page because I knew how much of it this was going to take up. So all of these photos, I think these two were 6x4 vertical photos, and this one was a horizontal, but I've kind of cut them down because there was a lot of just the corridor, and obviously that wasn't the prettiest thing, so I've just cut it down. And again, I've gone for the diagonal this time, so slightly different because it's not just two photos, but I really like how this looks, and it's a great way just to get like 3 photos on. And I feel like because this one's a different size, it kind of does look like the main photo, and because it's got, you know, more people in it. So this is again a Tombow brush pen with the jelly roll on it, and I've cut that out, and then I've used this bow paper to back that. I don't really put loads of layers behind my photos, and I think that's mainly because here in the UK these papers are so expensive. So while I had a paper pad that was actually more reasonable, and I wasn't paying £1 for her 12x12 sheet, I thought that I would try doing some layering up behind my photos, and I think it looks really good. So I've just got loads of different things from like the custard part sheet and papers that I didn't necessarily know how I was going to use, like this florally paper was quite bold florals, but they weren't really good for fussy cutting. Again, this bow paper, and yeah, mainly then these like ledger cutter parts, just kind of to give myself more layers, and just adding in stuff like these tickets because it was a ball and it had like a fun fair theme, so I think that works quite well. So these are all of the layouts so far that I've made with this collection. I can't believe how different all of them are. Like you know, this looks so different to this, which then looks so different to this, but even these two, they look a bit more similar, but they still look quite different. And then again, even more different. I just really like how versatile it is, and I really didn't think that I would like these sorts of collections, but I have fallen in love with like Maggie Holmes and Create Paper collections, and I've ordered 2 more of the paper pads on Craftlier. I never know how to say that, and because they were at such a great discount, and I'm so excited to play with them. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you've watched all the way to the end, please let me know down below if you've got the Maggie Holmes collection and what layouts you've done with it, and what your favourite paper is from the whole collection. So please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in my next video.